you so angry, makes you so sore. Red never working, but how can you wait anymore? Wondering what you really can do. Never go, but don't let go. The Hitman, Bryan Hitt on the drums. Check it out, baby.
Ludwig built me a special kit just for flyouts.
Now these are Ludwig.
Ludwig's,
Okay.
yeah, with Zildjian cymbals, and Zildjian also were kind enough to give me a whole new set of cymbals for that.
These
So,
are like really brand new.
yeah, they make a lot of noise. Well, yeah, and everything's specially mounted. They're all mounted on resonance isolation mounting systems, so they ring.
Oh yeah.
You know, and just little tricks, and they've all been worked on by one of the best craftsmen in the LA area, and all the edges have been redone, and I mean, and they're to exact specifications, and they.
Well, what specifications do you require?
They just need to be extremely flat and smooth edges, and that way the heads seat real well on there. So that's basically it. Like I said, this is my B rig, and they're great, but it's not quite my A rig. On my A rig, my main snare drum, which is a Black Beauty also, is a 1970 model. And it's a very collectible drum.
So all of you
but
like
I don't
vintage.
take those on the road.
Yeah, I would.
They're like $5,000 snare.
You'll kill somebody if they scratch them.
Right. And
Poor Danny.
Oh, Danny.
A funny story. When I first joined REO, I went to audition, and I played the audition with them. And I was foolish enough to bring one of my 1920s Ludwig. It was a stipple gold snare drum, and I brought down for the audition, and I got the gig and everything. Everything was cool. So then we started rehearsals a couple of weeks later. I'm there playing on, this nice new Tama kit, which I was using then, and a nice new snare drum. And Kevin looked around. Wait a minute. No, we hired you and the snare drum. So it's like, okay. So you made me take my old snare drum on the road for the first couple of years and beat it up. But
well, it makes it look better, it'll look all worn. I
well,
mean, you got paying all kinds of money for that.
It already did that. We got also trigger stuff too. So everything, there's a trigger in the bass drum, there's a trigger on the snare drum here, just to kind of beef up the sound, reinforce the natural sound of the drums. So I'm triggering a rack full of drum modules over there. Which are basically just sample drum sounds in there and percussion sounds. Okay. So I can, I don't do anything real exotic with it. I just got a nice kick sample in there that triggers every time I hit the bass drum, along with the natural sound of the bass drum. Same with the snare drum. And I can change, if I'm playing cross stick on the snare like this, I can change that sound to a cross stick sound too. So I got the nice combination of both. And this, you can see that's a cross stick sound also. So sometimes if it's convenient, I'll play it over there. We also use a couple of different sounds triggered by this unit here, just to kind of enhance things. This pedal here is going to get lost after this. It's an electronic pedal too, and I used to use it because we all have in-ear monitors now, and so I'd use it for some count-offs so that we would all be in sync when we started together, but the audience wouldn't hear it. It was just going to our thing, so I could do, and I could make it a cowbell or whatever I wanted to for counts. So that's basically...
Did you ever mess with them and do something?
No,
Make a different sound?
No, it's not a good thing. Not a good thing to do in front of 15,000 people. We got this plexiglass, and it actually works. Kevin can actually sing on stage with us at rehearsal now. Before, see where that black couch is back there? That's where he used to stand with his mic at rehearsal because I would kill him.
And how old were you when you first started to play?
I think about 8 or 9. 9 years old. I banged
Can we
on
help you?
everything at home, pots and pans, and you know, that's what I wanted to do. My whole family was musical,
Oh, really?
and my mom wanted me to play trumpet, of course, and I said, Mom, it's either drums or nothing.
Did you try the trumpet?
No.
You're probably sick of the trumpet.
Hey, Dave. Come in. Come in, Dave.
Look at Bryan's house over here.
He's got his own little.
Oh, this is a nice house.
It is.
Wow.
This is just the B house.
Oh,
You should
my
see the
God.
A house.
Oh, this is beautiful in here. I'm sorry, am I interrupting you again? I did it to everybody, huh? I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
come on.
bastard.
Look at that. This is fun.
This is cool. I told you. Did you demand a drum set as a kid? You're like, no, I'm
No,
just
I didn't actually get a drum set till I was probably 14 years old or so. You know, although I played in school band.
And what kept you? What kept you in? Oh, in Texas.
I liked it. I liked to play drums. We had a jazz band, and actually the little high school band I was in was made second in the entire state of Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that
we
you
worked
had?
our butts off?
Was it your teacher though?
Every day, yeah. It was definitely the band director.
So tell me a little bit about that. Because
Well, it was just a fun thing. I mean, it was either you played football or you played in the band. And actually, in our band, about half the band were football players too, all my buddies. So I was too small. I was a little shrimp back then. So, but we worked hard. You know, it was. We had a really cool band director. This was like late 60s. I'm dating myself. And he was like a long-haired hippie guy in this little rural town in very conservative Texas. And he came out of nowhere, and he just turned our heads around. And it was just a great thing.
I mean, do you think that could have made the difference of you playing today?
I think so, yeah. It kept me into drums. It kept me in school, for one thing, too. You know, without that, I probably, who knows, I probably wouldn't have gone to school.
Now, before you joined REO, you played for Wang Chung, right?
That's right.
And also what I found interesting was that you played on Solid Gold, and you did some movies and stuff. Like, how did you get into that?
Well, I was just, scuffling around L.A., doing a lot of sessions and, recording with different people. And I guess I had cool hair or something back then. And so I got hired to do a lot of bandstands and Solid Golds and stuff like that with just artists, some artists that I'd never heard of, some I had. I did stuff with Graham Nash. That's actually how I got the gig with Wang Chung, is because I had a good look. And they just needed somebody to go do a video and some TV shows with. And then, you learn the part, because you got to, act like you're playing it, even though you're not.
Right.
And you're actually playing on real drums. In the first TV show we did, I remember we were playing the song, and then all the guys turned around and looked at me, because they didn't know. I mean, they knew I could maybe play a little bit or something, but then they like, wow, this cat's nailing the part, It's like, so then they hired me.
Do you feel you have more freedom with REO than you did playing for bands around town, like switching from band to band, or doing show to show?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Really?
This, this is a family now, and I'm the new guy, and I've been here for now going on 13 years. So, you build up a relationship, and so I can get away with a lot more. I mean, the guys trust me, I trust them. They know that I'm not going to do something stupid, and it may not be the most appropriate thing every time, but we all have. We're grown up enough to be able to say, you know what, that part's not working. Maybe try something else, and it's a great situation to be in. We just did a 5-song medley of 70s tunes yesterday. A lot of the stuff I had never even heard before until 2 days ago, and we changed it up quite a bit because the 70s grooves, were a little boogaloo-ish.